let me just call this an advice to our parents. Yes, if you have a child, if you have children, listen carefully. This is September. Yes. And if you look around you, you discover school is already on resumption. So many children are going back to school. Yes. This is the time where children move from one class to a new class. Yes. And this is a time where if you want to change maybe your child's school, this is the time you change that child's school to another school. And if you look around you, you discover that the price of things is on the high side. Something you bought 10 naira today, if you go back, you can't buy that in 10 naira. You should be buying that thing for 1,000 naira, if I'm not mistaken, because the hype in price is from 1 to 100. So I want to advise parents in the house, this is not the time for you to register your child in an expensive school. Sit down with your husband, discuss with your husband, evaluate your financial capacity at the moment, because the price of things is on the high side. The price of things is skyrocketing, and as the price of things is going high, that is how school fees, books, uniforms, everything is going high. What you bought the previous section might not be the same amount you'll be buying this section. In fact, this section you'll be buying times 100 of what you bought the previous section. Sit down with your husband and evaluate. This is not the time to take your child to an expensive school. This is not the time where you want to use your child and show that you have money. That's school that pays the most. This is not the time. Sit down with your husband and evaluate your financial capacity. This is the period where families now cut their coats according to their size. That school that you would put your child in, that if you're called upon tomorrow for school fees, books, or whatever it is, you can respond. Please go and register your child in that school. Don't carry yourself, don't hang yourself in a high horse, don't put yourself in a tight position. Parents, take your child to a school that you can afford the school fees. Some of us, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine where you are paying such amount of money for 4 children. Those children will eat every day. When they are going to school, you will make lunch for them. When they come back, every day when they are going to school, you make breakfast for them. When they come back, you provide lunch. In the evening, you give them dinner. So you evaluate, you sit down. This is the time for you to actually sit down and evaluate your financial capacity. Register your child in a school where you can afford. Not the school where you want to show who gets money pass, who is more wealthier, who is more richer. This is a time where you cut down on some unnecessary expenses to accommodate the necessary ones. Yes, the prices of things is on the high side. Things are skyrocketing. And mind you, in Nigeria, when things go up, they don't come down. Yes, when things go up, they keep going up. They don't come down again. So adjust. Put out your necessary things. See the price of fuel. As a family, if it is something that your capacity can carry, go ahead. But if it's something your financial strength cannot carry, fueling the whole 4 cars to be using at the same time, pack the remaining 3 and fuel one that you and your family can be managing for the meantime. Yes, sit down with your partner and discuss, evaluate how things should go. There is so many changes in the country now. You too adjust. You yourself adjust to accommodate the necessary things. This is not the time to spend extravagantly. This is not the time to spend on things that are not necessary. This is not the time to lavish money anyhow. This is the time for you to economize. This is the time for you to manage. This is the time for you to sit down and discuss with your partner how to economize, how to do the important and leave the ones that are not important. This is the time for you to do your opportunity costs. This is time for you to rule out your scale of preference. The things that are more important, that is the things you will go for, because Nigeria now is something else. Since we were born, the thing we've been hearing is going to get better, is going to get better. But look around you, it is not getting any better. It is becoming tougher and tougher and tougher by the day. So you need to adjust. Cut your coat according to your size. Register your children in the school you know you can afford. This is not the time to show financial strength. I get money pass. I'm more wealthier. My children should go to rich men's school, big men's school. Cut your coat according to your size, such that when they wake you even in the middle of the night and tell you, Mommy, we are asked to pay this, Daddy, we are asked, you can afford